Hey guys, James here today, and welcome back to another house building video here in The Sims 3. Of course, they haven't disappeared, they are returning now. So of course, back in Aluna Island, all of my remaining Sims 3 builds will be here in Aluna Island, and let me tell you what, there's a lot to go. There's plenty to go, and much more to do. Now, you might be thinking, hang on, this seems a little bit familiar. Where have I seen this before? I'm pretty sure you've done this before. Is that what you're thinking? Because you'd be correct. So I did a live stream of this a couple of days ago. Like I did, I think it was a 2 hour or so live stream where I was building the house. So I did the exterior and the floor plan, and then that was it. And then obviously over the last few days, I've also been reposting the live stream here on YouTube, so you can watch it if you so wished. And that was like a 4-part little live stream recap, so you could catch up on that. And then I finished off the furnishing today. The furnishing wasn't live streamed or anything like that. I just did that in my own time. So that is completely new footage. When we get to that part, you'll see all the furnishing take place. So this is a beach house. When I was doing this as a stream, basically at the beginning, I did a few polls to figure out what people wanted to see. I asked them if they wanted a community lot or a residential lot. Everybody voted for, or not everybody, most people voted for residential. So we went with that. And then from residential, the choice were like a cliff lot, flat lot, or a beach lot. Beach lot won out there. And then we decided that we wanted to do a little sort of beach bachelor pad, but and sort of traditional style. None of those things end up being true, really. It certainly doesn't end up traditional. I mean, it's not too far from traditional, but I definitely wouldn't call it a traditional sort of average beach house by any stretch of the imagination. But I did my best. Now, I was trying to, what I'm doing here, and I'm also testing out a lot, and that's why there's a sim here, is I was trying to do, I wanted an attic level, but I didn't want it to be the height of a full second story. From the front, I wanted the house to look like it was only a 1-story house and there was no attic. And I also wanted it to look like that from the back, but you'll see that I struggle a lot with the roof. The roof is the main factor that I have to change the design so many times. Because originally, like I said, this was supposed to be like a bachelor pad, and this attic area was supposed to be like a man cave. So that would be like, the gaming room, or I don't know, lots of computers and just, like foosball table, that kind of stuff. It was going to be like a man cave up the top in the attic, like a little hidden area where you could go and just relax and enjoy life. But and then I got this weird glitch with the flooring. If you watch the live stream or the replay of it, you would have seen all this anyways. But yeah, so that's what I was messing around with all there. That's what goes on for a while. And then it eventually just changes into, it basically just changes it into a 1-bedroom sort of home. I guess 1 or 2 Sims. It's I guess you could also turn in, because there is a study room that I do, like a little office. You could turn that into a 2nd bedroom quite easily. So you could have a 2-bedroom house in this quite easily without doing too many changes, if you so wished. And of course, this is available for download. The link is in the description, as always, so you can check that out right now if you want to, and you download that. And chuck it in your game. So, coming back to Sims 3 after building a Sims 4. One thing that really annoys me is the amount of lag that Sims 3 has. I don't know, not everybody gets this, but when I'm in build mode or buy mode, after using this sort of creator style tool, sometimes the game will have the input will lag massively. So you rotate, and it'll take 5 or 10 seconds to actually do the action, and it will just lag terribly. So then the way to fix it, you just have to switch between build and buy, but that's really annoying and really frustrating. It's just all the sort of little bugs and things like that in Sims 3 that have just really got to me when I was doing this. I mean, I still enjoyed it, obviously, and it's still a lot of fun, of course, but and it certainly is a different experience building in Sims 3. I find myself now going to try and click and drag a wall to make changes, but you just can't do that. But then there are, and so that's obviously easier to do in Sims 4, but then there are other things that I think that the Sims 3 does better. I prefer the way that flooring works in the Sims 3. I find it really confusing and odd in The Sims 4, where you have to sort of put down it's like an empty room. Like, it's a room with no walls if you want to put flooring down on the 2nd floor, which is weird, and it confuses me, and I don't know why it's like that. So I like flooring better in Sims 3. It just seems easier, and it's just confusing in Sims 4, and I don't know. Anyway, so the house is taking shape. This is where it sort of started deviating from being a traditional build. Those columns there, by the way, that I'm looking at now, they are custom content. They are custom content made by myself, but they are not in the final build of this house. There's no custom content. I don't end up using them in the end. I changed them. You'll see in the screenshots that they're not there anymore. They were going to be there, but I the problem I described if you watch the live stream or the replay of it was that I couldn't get the titles, the description to update properly for some reason, and that's why I haven't posted them on my site yet, because I would post them there, because I made those columns years ago, and they're really, really handy. Like, they're just a simple basic rectangular column, nothing fancy about it. Just simple like that. Something that the game doesn't have. Like, it would honestly take, the the game devs probably about 5 minutes, to actually make an item like that, because it's literally just a rectangle with texture plastered on it. And it didn't take me long either. Like, I don't understand why they don't do stuff like that in the game. Like, they could just add stuff like that. Like, obviously not in Sims 3 anymore, but like in Sims 4, like, just add basic stuff, you know? Just please, in the future, add basic stuff. It's underrated. The basic stuff is very underrated, and I really would love to have it. Anyways, yeah. So this is where I was getting. I was just like, what is going on? This build has taken a whole nother shape here. We've got these columns, this weird balcony, and this glass ceiling. And the ceiling, or the wall height on the second level is 3/4 the height of a regular wall. So that's why the column sort of extended above it, and that's why when I put the walls there, it goes up. And again, the reason why the walls are shorter there is because from the front of the house, I wanted it to look like there was no second level. Because initially it was supposed to be a man cave, but obviously, like I said before, that didn't pan out, and that just didn't happen. In the end, I just go for a regular sort of balcony kind of area, nothing too out of the ordinary, and do that. Now there was so basically with the so I've been you guys may have been noticing I've been doing a lot more live streaming lately, and I'm really enjoying it. It's a lot of fun, and you guys have been really enjoying it as well. Those of you that have turned up, I'm trying to do them at different times. I never know when I'm going to do it, so please don't ask, oh, when are you going to do a live stream this week? I don't know. It's if I'm feeling in the mood, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I want a live stream. That'd be fun. Then I'll generally announce it maybe an hour or two before, or something along those kind of lines, and then you'll. I don't know. So if you follow me on Twitch, the link is in the description. And if you follow me on Twitter as well, again, link is in the description, then you will get notifications and all that kind of stuff. I do also post a video here on YouTube whenever I'm live streaming, so you can check that out as well. But yeah, I don't know. It's just sort of, if you're there, right time, you'll be there. The thing with live streams is I will, and I have been reposting. I've been posting them here on YouTube in full HD afterwards. But the thing that I've decided with the live streams is, because I do a lot of sort of Q&A with the chat. So like, obviously there's a live chat, and then they ask questions, I answer them. So within this build here as well, I cut out a lot of parts of this the building stream where I did like a half an hour Q&A session, to sat and chat. So I think the live stream was actually like 3 hours, but I only did like 2 hours of building, because it was quite a lot of Q&A and just sort of chilling out and that kind of stuff. So that's a lot of fun. So those get cut out of the sort of playback. So that's something exclusive to Twitch, and that's why you should follow me there and try and make it to the streams if you can. I also have been doing giveaways over there. I think I've given away 2 copies of The Sims 4 during a live stream, 2 separate live streams, that is. And then during this building live stream, I actually gave away 2 copies of Master Suite stuff, which were kindly donated by one of my awesome viewers. They said, well, I have these 2 copies, I've got nothing to do with them, so if you could give them all away, that'd be awesome. So I thank them so much for that. It was really kind of them, and we gave them away during the live stream. Another reason that you should try and be there. And that's also a reason why I'm trying to do live streams at different times. Like, I've done them. I did one at like 2 p.m. my time, and I've done one at like 2 a.m. my time. So like completely different ends of like different times. So that should generally, I have been able to reach most of the audience that way, but obviously not everybody's going to be available all the time. And that's why I repost them here on YouTube. But of course, you can watch the entire playback of a live stream over on Twitch. So if you do want to see the Q&A bits, you can sort of find them over there somehow. But yeah, that's sort of the rundown of what's happening with the Twitch live streams. That's sort of my goal is to at least do at least one live stream a week. I'm trying to do 2 live streams a week because it's fun and I enjoy it. Yeah, and then obviously I have the daily videos here on the channel. When I repost the live streams, my goal there is to not make them count as the daily video. So I've been reposting the live stream sort of at off-peak, like at times I wouldn't normally post a video, and then at my regular posting time, I post a separate video. At least that's what I'm like sort of aiming for, So the live streams are sort of an extra content on the channel, not replacing existing content, if that makes sense. Also, if you guys didn't notice, the some of the recent episodes of The Sims 3, The Sims 1, 2, 3, 4, and Spore, all those recent episodes were actually recorded in a live stream. So people who were there at the live stream got to see them early. But then when they appeared on YouTube, I said nothing about them being live streams, and they were just a regular episode. So that was kind of a fun little Easter egg for those people that were around for that stream. That was a very small stream because I didn't announce it anywhere except for on Twitter. So we had I think we had 100 people there during it. So that was a lot of fun. But anyways, moral of this story that I've been blabbing on about for the past few minutes is the fact that I'm really getting into live stream lately. It's a lot of fun. Make sure to follow me on Twitch so that you can hopefully make one day. And I will continue trying to live stream more and more often. And of course, I will still be building in The Sims 3, The Sims 4. I don't know. I've got to figure out, because there's so much content on the channel. I need to figure out something has to sort of give. I can't, because I've got Let's Play series of The Sims 1, 2, 3, 4, Spore, and then house builds of 3 and house builds from The Sims 3 and Sims 4. And that's a lot of content to sort of fit in a week. And considering I'm doing one video a day, trying to do that means that it will generally be weekly episodes in a series. So I don't know. I might have to retire a series. I might have to hold a poll or something. Let me know what you guys think about that. If you even care about it. Maybe you're only here to watch my building videos, in which case that's fine too. It doesn't concern you. But if you do watch my other videos, let me know. Let me know what you guys think of that sort of. I don't know. I'll probably do a poll or something. I might have already done it by the time this video's up, just to see sort of which. I mean, I can pretty much gauge which of the more sort of popular series by looking at obviously the view counts and that. But there's still some of the series are more loved than others, so I have to try and figure that out. Oh yeah, then I've also got the Let's Play Sims 4 with Zeus series as well. So that's another one on top of an already full schedule. So I definitely need to figure something out. There's just so much content that I'm trying to fit in on the channel, and it's just not possible. Something needs to give way. Anyways, so that's just that. So we're picking colors. It ends up being a blue and white build, very beachy. It was originally suggested to be blue and yellow, but the yellow just didn't work and it just didn't look good, so we forgot about that. Using the base game windows here, going around. I was going to use University Life windows, which I guess I could have, because I think I ended up using other University Life content anyways. This lot does require a few expansion packs, and well, I mean, it doesn't. When I say require, it doesn't actually require that stuff. It's Sims 3 is very misleading in that way, in that you don't actually need any of the stuff packs or expansion packs that sort of I use, because if you don't have them, the game will just replace it with equivalent content. And the similar thing applies to the store content. My website, when you click on the download link, will list all of the store content, or the sets that the store content came from that I used, but you don't actually require any of them. So don't worry about that. It will just, the more that you have, or the more expansions and stuff packs you have, the closer it will look to the original, of course. But of course, like with all these Aluna Island builds, I do intend to make base game versions of them. Don't know when that will happen, because I mean, there are a lot of houses I have to build. There are a lot I've got to do. So this is just gonna be an ongoing sort of project. It's gonna last a while. It already has lasted a while. So we'll just keep chugging on. Just keep chugging, and eventually one day it'll be done. It'll be like Aluna Island is done. Oh wait, Sims 5 is out. Let's play that instead. But yes, I'm gonna keep working on it however long it takes me. I'm gonna keep chugging away at it. So pretty much exclusively all my builds in Sims 3 will be Aluna Island builds, because all my other builds, all my sort of other builds that I just want to do for fun will probably be Sims 4 ones, because of course I will be doing those as well. Yeah, so that's kind of I haven't really had a chance to sort of just chat with you guys in a while, because I haven't done a build in a few weeks, actually, 3 or so weeks. So I've just been so inundated with content and all that crazy stuff. I don't know. I've had a lot going on in terms of sort of YouTube related content and also life as well. Although I'm on sort of uni break at the moment. I've got a couple of weeks off, so that's good. And that's kind of why I didn't have time to sort of fit in another build in the last couple of weeks. I was a little bit too busy to do that. But now we're good. And we're getting done very nicely. So yeah. Still doing Windows. I mean, whenever I do because I guess this was in you could call it like a let's build style. I was sort of commentating whilst building. Whenever I do that, it tends to take me a little bit longer than it would be if I was just sitting there listening to something. And I guess that's also because, like throughout the entire live stream, I was constantly sort of asking opinions, like, what do you guys think of this? What do you think would be better? So then I was sitting there waiting for like kind of a response and all that. So obviously, in that regard, it would definitely take longer from that stance. So I guess that's sort of why the build portion of it takes quite a while, because it was a lot of sort of back and forth between me and the sort of Twitch chat, asking feedback and all that kind of stuff. And that's really good. But the bad thing is when you ask for feedback and then everybody gives you a different opinion, it's so hard to choose. It's like, okay, well, right, let me just go with my own, what I think is good, and we'll just leave it at that, because otherwise you're not gonna make everyone happy. So yeah, I'm just figuring out the layout now. Ended up going with a pretty much open layout on the lower floor. Obviously, you'll see it as I start furnishing. It has like sort of a small galley kitchen near the back of the house, which I really love the kitchen area in this. I really love how it turned out. Better than I thought it would, which I'm really happy about. It's definitely my favorite area in the house, I think. So I'm really pleased by that. So I'm going through putting in lights in. I think this is pretty much the end of the actual stream part. And then at some point I will jump back in and do furnishing. Oh, no. The stream part actually has flooring and wallpaper first, I think. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I've said a lot already, but I need to say more. I don't know. I've spoken. I've spoken a lot. I've also been working. I guess I'll just keep talking about stuff. I've also been working on my website a little bit more. Because I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I sort of created my entire website myself. Like I sort of just coded it from just scratch. Like I just created the entire thing and how it all works and all that. But anyways, because I really enjoyed that when I initially did it. Like it's a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun sort of coding things and making things work. And so I've been going back to that every so often, sort of just doing little bits and pieces. A cool little thing that happens whenever I'm live streaming, if you go to the homepage of the website, it will like pop up, like it will show, like on the homepage, there'll be a big sort of purple banner that will have the embedded Twitch stream and the embedded Twitch chat. So that if you ever happen to be browsing my website while I'm live streaming and you go to the homepage, you'll see it. It's kind of cool. I don't know. I thought it was a fun little thing. I also added a mods page on my website that just shows you like sort of what mods I'm using in The Sims 4 currently. So because a lot of people ask that, oh, what mods do you have? And this is a good way that I can continually link to that page, and then whenever I change my mods, update them, or whatever happens in the future, if I remove them, then I can just update that page, and none of my old videos will sort of be outdated in that regard, which is good. So that means that the mod page will always be up to date with the current stuff that I'm using. That's the idea behind that. I think that's kind of all I've done on there at the moment. There was something else I wanted to do. I don't know if I want to do this or not. I mean, I kind of wanted to, I don't know if I want to have, I don't know if I'd have anything to say though. I'm thinking I might try and do like a blog section on my website. Well, I guess it'd just be on the homepage, like so below like the latest videos. Because there's occasionally times where I like have a lot to say and I can't fit it in a tweet. And I guess for those times a blog would be useful, but it wouldn't be like something that would be regularly used. So I don't know. I might do that. I've been wanting to do that for a while actually. So I don't know, maybe we will see. There's something. Oh, that was the other thing I wanted to do. I wanted to do a series on on my third channel. My if you don't know my third channel, it is linked in the description down below. So okay. Well, first of all, let me start with the basics. I have 3 channels. This is one of them, obviously. My other one is Flabberleaky, which is sort of other games that aren't Sims, pretty much. And then there's a third channel that's sort of like extra stuff, if there's another game that I want to play that doesn't necessarily fit my other channel, because my other channel, my sort of other main channel, like I guess I have 2 main channels, if that makes sense, like this one for Sims and that one for other games. But the other channel, I guess, is much more centered around sort of creative games. So sort of like I guess Roller Coaster Tycoon, Prison Architect, Minecraft. What else am I playing over there? I don't know. I can't even think of it right now. Oh, the movies. All of those games are sort of building based games or tycoon sort of based games in that sort of sense. And so posting something like I've done a few Let's Plays of The Last of Us Remastered on my third channel. Like posting that on the Flabberleaky channel just doesn't make sense because the audience there isn't there for that. So that's why I have the third channel, just for extra stuff that doesn't really fit anywhere else. And what was I going to say about that? Yeah, I wanted to do a series on that channel, just about how to sort of get started with gaming on YouTube. Because a lot of people always ask, how do you record? How do you edit? How do you upload? How do you do this? How do you do that? And of course, they don't have any budget. They have no money. So saying, "Oh, go buy X and Y to get started," and like that's not like realistic. So I've been thinking I want to try and make a series that's going to be like how to sort of do gaming videos on YouTube for free. I mean, of course, there's going to be a little bit of cost because you got to at least have a microphone. At the very basic, you got to at least buy a microphone if you don't have one. But everything else you can pretty much do for free in terms of sort of recording, editing, uploading, all that kind of stuff. You can do it for free. Of course, then you can pay for sort of programs. Although the current recording program I've been using for pretty much the entire year is entirely free. So that's good. I use OBS, which is Open Broadcaster, which I believe is linked in my FAQ page or my about page on my website. So if you wanna check that out, it's there. Yeah, it's linked there. I'll just check. And all the programs and everything I use are linked on my sort of FAQs page, which are linked in the description. If you go to the description, I think it says like about or FAQs or something like that. You can click on that, and I'll tell you what software and hardware I use and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I still want to do like sort of work on a tutorial series. I think that'd be fun. Because I've always loved making sort of tutorial videos. I find them really fun, and it's really rewarding to teach people how to do things. And I feel like I've always been sort of good at that, like that sort of video, because I mean, I started this channel based on tutorials pretty much. That's how this channel started. That's why it started, because we wanted to do video-based tutorials for The Sims, and that's what we did, and that's what we like sort of got views off of and became popular from, or not popular, I guess known from. And then on my other channel, my Flabberleaky channel, I started doing redstone tutorials. If you've ever played Minecraft, I have a series on redstone tutorials. I don't do that anymore because I haven't done it in like a year or 2 years or whatever it's been now, and I don't know how to use redstone anymore. So if I wanted to learn, I'd have to watch my own series again. But anyways, the point being is, like, I mean, the first episode of that I think has like however many hundreds of thousands of views, and people or like I still get comments to this day like saying this is a really helpful tutorial. So I don't know, I've always found doing tutorials are fun and really quite rewarding when you know you've actually helped someone out what they're trying to do. And yeah, and I the thing is, like, okay, so this is okay. I don't know what I'm talking about in this video at all. I can't remember what I've said, but none of this video is about the house. So if you're still listening, well done. You're interested, and I respect that, and thank you for that, because that means you're interested in what I have to say, or you're just bored. Either way, thank you. Anyways, what I was going to say was that whenever you're sort of, if you want to start videos, if you want to start a channel, just think about what you want to watch and what you don't like watching. So like when I was talking about tutorials just then, whenever I go to search like how to do something on YouTube, you always find the really bad stuff. You're like, oh, dude, you just like saying to the person, get to the point. I don't want to sit through 5 minutes of introduction to get to the one thing I want to know how to do, Or for example, like maybe they don't even talk. They open up Notepad and start typing. And like, it's like, oh my God, I'm not watching this because like, what is this? It's just like, I know what I like and what I want from sort of whatever video I want to make, So if I want to make a tutorial, I know as a viewer, if I was watching this, what I'd want to see from it and like what I want to expect, So you got to keep that in mind if you ever want to do videos. Like, just do what you as a viewer would like to see, and don't do what you don't want to see, basically, because then you're doing the wrong thing. And just think about it, Just think about it, and you'll do just fine. Yeah, hashtag YouTube advice for life. Anyways, so over that whole time I was just talking there, I've done the kitchen area. I love that kitchen though, by the way. And I really quite like the lounge area as well, how it sort of flows onto the kitchen. I love the dining table there. Once I put it in that dining table with the 4 chairs, that was the point where I'm like, all right, this is not a bachelor's pad at all. It's got 4 chairs around the table, but I really like the look of it, so I didn't want to get rid of it or change it. I thought it was quite nice. A little galley kitchen there. Doing some decorations around the house. That's just supposed to be a little side table because I didn't know what else to put there. So, a little decoration here and there to make it spice up my life. Oh, this point here. This is where the game is doing that weird laggy thing where you can see it's just all over the place. And now it's fine again. That was the thing I was talking about earlier where it just sort of lags and it's just like, what are you doing, game? Just doing a little side cabinet piece there, little decorative pieces. So yeah, that's the main living area and kitchen area, which I really like. Which you'll obviously see in the screenshots near the end of the video. Doing some a little nice shoe rack by the door. That makes sense. Nice shoe rack by the door. I don't know, doing the usual furnishing tricks. That's one thing I really of all the things in Sims 4 that I miss, I want to move objects back as soon as possible. I know there is a mod currently for move objects. I have not used it because at the point that I last checked it, it was a bit sort of a bit glitchy, a bit like it sort of didn't work that well. I don't know if they've updated it and also I don't know how it works in regards to if, like, for example, if I built a house with the move objects mod, put it on the gallery, then if someone downloaded it without the mod, like I presume it would either delete all the items that are in places they can't be without the mod, or do something. But anyways, the point is that I don't want to have to use a mod for something like that, because then it's just going to be incompatible with other people's sort of setups, and not everybody's going to want the mod, and this, that, and the other. So I'm not going to be using that, and I'm just going to eagerly await a actual move objects cheat in the game, because it is there. Like it's there in the code. Well, I presume it is, because I know, because when I was speaking with them, they said that they were working on it, like it's there, but they had problems with it. Problems that if it were actually activated, that it would just not work. I think the problem was that Sims couldn't use a lot of things, and things just didn't work the way they were supposed to. And I think it was just glitchy in some way or another that they were working on, and they wanted to sort of polish it up before they released it, Though, I don't know, it's one of those things that I felt like should have been one of those things that had more attention put into it, because with the lack of sort of constrained floor elevation in Sims 4, and the lack of move objects, and the lack of, the limitation of only 3 levels in houses, and, all the sort of limitations in build mode, at least give us something in build mode. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm really enjoying build mode in Sims 4, and I do miss it after going back to Sims 3, but there's those things that, that just should be there. They should be there, but they're not. It's one of those things we're going to have to wait. But it'll come. I'm also wondering when the first sort of DLC will be. What it will be. And by DLC, I mean like sort of store content, because I don't know what they're doing with that. I don't even know if they're going to have a store, if it's going to be through Origin or what. I'm just wondering what it will be. And I don't know. The problem with Sims, that I have with Sims 3 and the store, is it was too much. It's just too much content. There's too much to handle. Anyways, so yeah, I hope it's better this time around, to sort of implement it in a better way. Anyways, we're on the upstairs area now. You'll notice that the walls are very small, or very short compared to what they would be if they're a normal height. Sims do fit in here, and they can use it all, so don't worry about that. The walls are just a little bit taller than the Sim themselves, so it would be a little bit claustrophobic, but there's no actual ceiling tiles on the walls. Like you can see the sort of roof from underneath it. So you'd have like a pitched roof. That's the idea of this sort of attic area. But the way that the Sims 3 displays it, if you go into cameraman mode and look up, it looks really glitchy. But, in reality, the idea is look nice. With a nice pitched roof, it'd be beautiful. But Sims are a little bit glitchy that way. But that was the idea. So, you'd have low walls and a nice pitched roof to so it wouldn't feel claustrophobic at all in reality. Was the plan. And that's my justification for it. Yeah, so this is obviously the sort of this is currently the only bedroom in the house, and they had that nice sort of second story balcony out the back there that they can go and chill out on. Just doing the ensuite bathroom. So we have one bathroom upstairs here and one bathroom downstairs. The one downstairs has a bathtub in it, and this one has a shower. So you have your variety of bathing options. Should you want to have a bath, you can. Should you want to have a shower, you can. No problemo. I don't know. Yeah, not a problem. Doing all the colors, I don't. The thing, I don't particularly miss creator style in Sims 4. I miss the I don't know. In Sims 4, I'm missing the ability to recolor things how we did in The Sims 2. And I've mentioned this a few times, so I'm not going to go too much into detail, but I've said this many, many times. But with beds in The Sims 2, you could recolor the frame and the sheets separately. That's what I want in The Sims 4. That's what I miss. That's what I'm sort of upset about by the swatcher system. I don't mind having swatches, but you need to do them properly at least, and have more swatches that actually match each other. I don't know. It's not that bad though. It's not that bad, but there's some things that just sort of get on your nerves. So just in the little landing area there, there's no windows in that area. There's no windows in that sort of ensuite bathroom either. So it's a little bit depressing, but it's okay. I guess there is a window there. It's just over there. Okay, so I think I'm going. Oh, just recoloring that a bit because I didn't want everything to be that same blue color on the inside because it seems a little bit repetitive. Anyways, going on to the landscaping now. Doing a little bit more sand underneath the house, making it look a little bit nicer. Sort of working on that. Extended the jetty a little bit, so that it's actually a jetty because it was barely over the water, so it extended a little bit. I don't know. I don't know. I'm really pleased with this house. It's not like too basic in terms of design, but it's not sort of out there either. It's not like crazy over the top. It still looks like a real sort of little house that you'd see like on a beach area somewhere. I like the little detailings of it as well. And I do like the way that the sort of upper level turned out. Even though after all the strife it gave me, I think it turned out pretty well, and I'm happy with that. I'm totally happy with that. I like how my testing sim is still sort of standing there. Her name is Tesla Tester, and she has $600,000. She lives in my game bin, my game library bin. I usually just chuck her in whenever I need to test something to make sure if it works or not. And she's just been chilling in this front yard for a while. Doing a ute out the front because I thought it would be. I don't know, because I was like, isn't this supposed to be like a bachelor pad? It's not really, but I was like, all right, we'll put in a ute. Make it look somewhat, I don't know, somewhat sort of beachy. It's a beachy vehicle. Because, I mean, it's definitely not a family home, so I didn't put like that sort of little wagony styled car. I don't know what you call it. What do you call it? Station wagon? Not really a station wagon, though. It's more of a small SUV, I guess. I was going to put beach towels on the beach, but the ground wasn't flat enough, so they didn't really work. Nice beach umbrella there, though. And hanging that little, whatever that thing is, university thing off the deck there, which I thought was a really cool idea because it's like, the idea was it's supposed to be like a towel, you've hung up there to dry because it's a bit wet, so you hang it on the side there. And I put a few of those sort of lifesaver rings hanging up the deck as well, just in case. In case you need to save someone drowning, you can quickly grab one of those off the deck and throw it in the water. I was trying to find the sort of umbrellas in the game. I couldn't find where they all were. Did I find them in the end, or did I just give up? I can't remember. This is me looking through. Oh yeah, no, I found that one from Island Paradise. Doesn't really provide any shade at all, as you'll note, but it looks alright though. Nice barbecue area out here on the sort of little jetty area. So you can have a barbecue when the sun is setting, and have your I don't know, your snags out there. Enjoy the cool ocean breeze. That'd be so awesome though to live there. It'd be so awesome to live like right on the beach. That'd be pretty cool. The Sims whoever the Sims are that live in this house are very, very lucky. I envy thee. Here we are in the screenshots anyways now. So there's the front. So from the front it's rather sort of inconspicuous. You can't really tell that it has a second level. Other than the fact, the roof, you're thinking, the roof is quite tall. Why is that? But then you go around the back and you're like, oh, it has a second level. Of course, that makes sense. Nice little hot air balloon there in the background, which I thought was quite a nice shot. You can see the lighthouse I built a while back over there on this little island. Again, a nice shot. There's the hot air balloon again. And then we move around to the final exterior shots here of the side. And one more of the front there. And then we jump onto or into the inside. There's the front entrance there with our shoes underneath that little side table. That door that you just saw there goes into the bathroom. Looking through the entrance into the living area. Here's the living area. And you can see the kitchen table over there. Looking, you can see the kitchen in the background. Oh, wait. My favorite shots of the kitchen are coming up so soon. I love the kitchen area so much. I also love this. I love the entire downstairs. I think that's really awesome. I really love that shot with the table. I just love the table, and I love this one is really nice as well. I don't know. I'm really happy with the kitchen. It's a nice cozy kitchen, but it's not. It doesn't. I don't think it feels cramped. It just feels cozy. I don't know. I guess because of all the windows, and it is actually an open plan design, so it doesn't feel like you're crammed into a tiny kitchen. In that sense. Though you wouldn't want to have a family of Sims trying to use that kitchen though. So I wouldn't recommend families. But 2 Sims should work just fine. There's that door sort of there at the back of the kitchen, and then there's also another door to get outside. So your Sims can actually walk around to get to the other side of the kitchen if they need to, if like a Sim is blocking it for some reason. That's always handy. But yeah, so the link to download this is, of course, in the description. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And if you listen to me ramble on about God knows what for the past 36 minutes, well done. Because I don't even remember what I said now. And most of it wasn't even about the house. But anyways, last few screenshots here into the floor plans. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. And I'm just waiting for the end because I started that outro too soon. Have an awesome day.